Well, hello, grade 5. First of all, good morning, and I hope that you're safe back home. This is going to be a new recorded class, a new video class, and in this class, we're going to get to telling a fable. First of all, what is fable? What is fable? No, I can't get it. Yes, exactly. Fable is a kind of story while the characters are animals. It also has something. It has what? What does it have? Exactly. It has a moral. And we say that moral is a lesson that you learn from the story. Today we're gonna learn writing a fable or telling a fable. Okay, let's get started now to show you what are the things you need to consider before you start writing or telling a fable. Let's go. First, planning for a fable. You need actually to put these things in your mind. First, the setting. First of all, you need to put the setting in your mind. And setting is place, time, and weather conditions. Weather like a fine day, a rainy day, a snowy day, such things. Cold, hot, foggy. So the setting is the first thing to put in mind. So now I expect that you got your notebook to write setting and write the place that you want your story to happen in, like the time, and as well as write the weather, how the weather was. Deal. Good. Place, time, weather. Place, time, weather. Deal. Let's have an example. Once upon a time, in a green forest full of trees, it was one of the summer days where the birds were singing and all the animals in the forest were happy because of the summer coming. In that forest, there was, and now you put the character, the main character of your story. In that forest, there was what? That's going to lead us to characters. Number 2, the characters. First, you need to mention the main characters in the first paragraph. The main character. Main character is the central character or the most important characters in your story. Here we have one character. It could be a lion. Okay, so there was a lion. Deal. What's going on with the lion? Now you need to mention number 3, the problem. Any story should have a problem. A story without a problem is, people won't like it. The story should have a problem. And since you have a problem, of course, you're going to have solution. Story has problem and solution. How the problem was solved, that's the solution. Solution or solution, okay? It's up to you. Deal. So up to now, we have the setting, the characters, the problem, and the solution. These 4 things, we're going to add to them because we're talking about a fable. Element number 5, moral. And again, we say moral is the lesson that you learn from the story. Good. So let's get started with our story. There was a lion. What is the problem with that lion? Okay, let's have the story and then you determine what is the problem and how did I solve it. So the lion was raised by a group of elephants. He didn't know anything about its family. He was just living with them, eating what they eat and doing what they do. The elephants eat grass, so the lion started to eat grass too. He didn't know that he could eat meat. All the animals in the forest have become friends of the lion because they knew that the lion is not going to eat them, so they made a good company with him. The lion was happy of his life there, and the other animals were also happy and they were living in peace. Until one day, a group of other lions has come to live in that forest. The first thing they did was to make friends with the lion there. They have become his friends, and they started to tell him stories about his clan, about his other relatives. Finally, they told him that you are a lion. You're not like elephants. You're not like the weak animals. You can eat meat. The lion didn't believe them because how could he eat his friends? I mean, this is ridiculous for the lion. They started to laugh. But they insisted on telling him that. And every day they used to tell him that you can eat meat. In the morning, you can eat meat. At noon, you can eat meat. At evening, you can eat meat. Every time they see the lion, they tell him that he can eat meat. Finally, the lion decided to eat some meat. And he told the other animals that, okay, he needs some. And they brought him a piece of meat, and the lion tried the meat for the first time. And guess what? It was delicious for him. He liked the taste of it. The second day or the next day, the lion wanted meat also and went to the lions and told them that, but they refused to give him any meat, and they told him that to eat meat, you need to kill an animal. And the lion didn't like the idea of killing his friends. The first day, he didn't like it. The second day, he did it. The third day, he went to his friends and he wanted to catch one of them to eat. He called the gazelle, his best friend, and he wanted to eat him. But the gazelle told him that, I am your friend. We spent good time with each other. Please don't. By that time, the lion started to remember the good days he has spent with his friend and with the other friends. And just then, he decided never to eat meat. Started to eat fruits and other things, but not his friends, because they trusted him and he did not want to betray them. And since that day, they kicked the other lions out of the forest and they lived happily ever after. This is the end of the story. Okay, well, you can write many of those. If you just stick to this way of planning, as we said, first of all, think of a setting. Then think of some characters. Problem, what is the problem going to be like? The problem in our story was that the coming of the other lions and talking about meat, and the lion wanted to eat his friends. The central problem is that the lion wanted to eat his friends. The solution was that, how the problem has ended, the gazelle told the lion, or the lion remembered the good days with his friends. Moral, never betray your This is it, as easy as it is. I expect you now to plan for a story. Don't write a fable, just plan for it. Think of a setting, think of some characters to be added to your story. Think of a problem for those characters, what is happening to them. Think of a solution for the problem that you have put your characters in. And finally, think of a moral, a lesson that I will learn if I read your story. This is the end of our class, grade 5. Wish you all the best. Enjoy this time by your family. Protect yourself and protect them. Till then, see you later, alligator. Bye for now.